Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic mischief night. And if you're here, if you're lurking, I appreciate you being here. I am joined by, as always, my ever lovely partner in crime when it comes to these reviews, Wasp.
Hello, everybody. Good to be here, Brim.
Thanks, Wasp. I always appreciate you having her around. And today we are reviewing and going over a Sam Raimi sleeper classic, Drag Me to Hell. Now, I had a definite interest in this movie when I first saw the trailer many years ago, but I put off watching it. Running to the movies to go see something isn't exactly I do. I run for book releases, but I don't run to go to the movies. Like book releases, a book I really want, I am there day one opening or a couple hours after getting the first issue right off the shelf. Movies not so much, so they always get put off, waited to watch, and I waited a couple years for this, and man, it did not disappoint.
No. It's a great movie. I had never seen it, but I loved it. And from the get-go, you get hooked, and it doesn't leave a breather throughout the entire movie.
It is
So
a
I was
very
very surprised.
tight, fast-paced movie. Um, it takes place over 3 days, and it feels like it's longer, but it isn't because of what they put this poor woman through. But first, before we do this, let's watch the trailer.
Sounds great. Let's do it.
All right, where did I put that tab? There it is. Let's watch this trailer. YouTube, okay. I have it bookmarked here. Uh, Not the most professional streamer on YouTube.
We're just having fun.
Uh
So,
huh. Just having fun. All right. So let's go do this. All right. Here is the trailer for Drag Me to Hell.
Mr. Jacks, I was wondering if you'd made any decision regarding the assistant manager's position.
It's between Stu and yourself.
Stu Rubin, the new guy?
Stu's someone who's not afraid to make the tough decisions.
I'm perfectly capable of making a tough decisions.
I'll let you know as soon as I decide, okay?
Will you help me? Please.
Okay. We have an elderly woman asking for an extension on her mortgage payment. We would have to throw her out of her house.
We've already granted her 2 extensions. It's a tough decision. Your call.
Another extension is out of the question.
Where will I live?
I'm really sorry.
Never have I begged for anything but love. I humble myself
Mrs. Gunness,
before you.
please.
I beg you.
Please let go. Please let go. Security!
You shame.
Uh-oh.
yes, that was creepy.
Never shame a gypsy.
Soon it will be you who comes begging to me.
Someone has cursed you. He's the Lamia, the most feared of all demons. For the first 3 days, the spirit torments its victims. After that, it will come to take you.
Take me where?
To burn in hell for eternity.
Coming for me.
Please listen. There's nothing coming for you.
How do I get rid of this?
Welcome. You can give the curse away.
Such a
So
fantastic trailer. That trailer doesn't show any big things in the movie at all. And
that is
it makes me want to watch it again.
I know. It's just that the whole scene with Miss Ganoush,
Oh
it
god,
was
the first
so
scene when she goes into the
revolting.
bank And like there's
Yeah,
so many ways you could look at this. Like she thought she had to be tougher, and what was like, so there's going to be obvious spoilers in this review and Gus going over things. So the movie centers around a woman named Christine Brown. She has actually worked really hard to improve her life, get skinny, get healthy, get happy, and she has done a very successful job. She works at a bank and she wants to become assistant manager. And the other guy, Stu, is like a little sniveling, underworming kind of guy, not a very good guy. And she basically makes a hard choice to not give this woman an extension on her thing instead of doing the human thing and the good thing that she always does, a not selfish thing. What's worse is because like it was a hard decision. The hard decision wouldn't have mattered after the work she did on the loans. So she was working on a loan thing, and the manager comes out later and she's like, "Hey, this is really good job. You're number one for the position." And I don't think the fact that she did the hard choice would have made any difference with that loan setup that she did. I think she really made a massive mistake, a very selfish one in this case. Bo says she has that kind of power but can't pay her bills. Yes, Bo, absolutely. So and the woman curses her, and the curse works over 3 days. The spirit, the Lamia, the spirit that was targeting her, torments her, and then eventually it would threaten to drag her to hell. And honestly, the build up and everything, because it's not just the Lamia that bugs her, it's the woman too. Like you find out that she goes to the woman who is dead after all this. I think they don't say why she dies. She dies, the woman who cursed her. And now all of a sudden they have to go through the woman haunts her as well as the Lamia. So she's got all this crazy shit happening. And she's like, white bread is white bread goes, man. I doubt she's even read a Hans Holzer book, and probably neither has Wash, but that's my personal stuff. But yeah, it was so good. Oh,
It was good. Yeah, the whole I think the scene in the bank when she comes and sits at on the customer chair, everything about that older character was revolting. The
hell
way
yeah.
that, oh gosh, the handkerchief, the way she was taking her teeth, her dentures in and out. I mean, it was just turning your stomach the whole time. It was
Yep.
this horrible, revolting,
It was
anxious feeling that you have
absolutely
throughout.
horrid.
Yes, it was very, very wrong, and it sticks with you. I mean, it wasn't like, okay, I can forget it. You just can't. You keep going back to it. It was in the back of my mind the whole time, like, oh, that was really gross. I kept going back to it.
Yeah, and that's the grossness drags out through the movies in terms of the Sylvia Ganosh woman, the woman who cursed Christine. But it's so well paced, and it's not only well paced, it's tight knit. There is not a there's movies that you get 2-hour films that have all these filler scenes that really didn't need to be in there. This is a very tight, without credits, 1 hour and 30-minute movie. But even the beginning credits you don't want to skip, because those beginning credits are amazing. It will set up and foreshadow everything in this film if you pay attention to what happens in those opening credits. But how they do it is, it's not just like the opening credits. They'll do the opening credits but different. And
Yes,
the music.
it is good. The music is very complimentary, and it impacts your heartbeat. You can feel the excitement build up as the music plays, and it really does work a number on your nerves. So I thought the music was done very nicely for the entire movie.
It reminds me of, like, that opening music remind me of the Dance Macabre. Have you ever heard that?
No, I have not.
All right. The opening music reminded me, hey, Cole Hauser!
Cole
And the
Hauser,
myth, the
hello.
legend himself, Cole Hauser in the chat. Thanks for being here, man. I
Yes.
really appreciate it. All right, so this is. I'm just going to play a little bit of it, but the
Yes,
buildup.
sounds good. Oh, is it coming? Yeah, I think it's playing.
It is. It takes. Oh wait. Oh no. Wait a minute. I forgot to share the window because I am smart. Right. Where are you? Where? Nope. That's definitely not it. That's not it. Where'd you go? Oh, I opened up the wrong screen. Here we go. All right. So this is the Dance Macabre. It is a. I'm not playing the full thing. It's a piece from the 1700s.
Oh yeah.
And this has great buildup. Just wait.
Oh
and
yeah.
and it is all about a person who plays a violin in a graveyard to the dead.
Oof.
And it is so
Oh, so
good and so melodic.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of my personal favorites. And now the tempo changes again
Oh yeah.
and picks up to a new level.
Yep. Yep.
And I love this song, and I could listen to it all day.
All day. Yeah. That's great.
And it is so good. And that opening scene, the opening credits from this reminded me of, because it's all violin, but it's not just, the classic violin. It's got that folkish, hard edge to it. Oh, check my DMs.
Yeah. Yeah,
Checking
you should do that.
DMs.
Yeah, Bo says he remembers this from middle school music. Yeah, it's really good. Nothing like the strings. They're wonderful.
It's the string instruments are great. I love classical music with strings. And Cole Hauser,
Yes.
bless your heart, dude. Seriously, bless your heart. Tell me what I need to send along for that. No, I'll definitely send it along. But no, this movie is drawn by influence of folklore from the Romani culture, and I actually have a friend who is Romani. Absolute sweetheart of a woman, love her to death. Um, she it's hilarious. She's got 6 kids, including 2 sets of twins.
Oh, wow. Wow. Goodness gracious.
So I asked her about it, and she's like, "Yeah, you don't piss us off." And the opening scene is like an old ink and parchment thing that explains what happens to the cursed and everything, and it's the exact same things that happened to Christine. There are so many amazing scenes in this film. It is done by Sam Raimi, and Sam Raimi never fails. Never ever fails in what he does. He has a visual style and a way about him, and not a lot of CGI. There is CGI in the film, but it's done subtly and it's not overt. It's not like a green screen Marvel movie. A lot of practical set effects. And there's so many outstanding scenes. The car scene was really good, but the bed scene with the maggots was a big one. And apparently Alison Lohman really had maggots in her mouth. She actually brings it up on X all the time. And, when somebody talks about her movie and everything like that. She's actually a very talented actress. She was also in Big Fish. She was the blonde in Big Fish, and that was absolutely phenomenal. And she doesn't act much. She's an acting coach now, and she's got a family and everything. Like, good for her. Get the hell away from Hollywood. The Evil Dead movies are good, Bo, and you'll see some Evil Dead, like not Deadites, but that style of Evil Dead in this movie, and it's absolutely phenomenal to see. Like, he still uses puppets, he still uses physical and prosthetics. He uses all of that in that Sam Raimi style, but in this really good original story. Because out of everything for this film, it's an original tale. It is not connected to any other universe, not even connected to Sam Raimi's Evil Dead. This is a singular story, just a story. And it is so good. And it sucks that we don't get more, but honestly, as much as I want more, I want it to end the way it did.
Yeah, I love the movie. It built up throughout the movie, did not leave us a minute to catch our breath. It had many scary moments, and it also had many gross moments at the same time. But the thing that I really loved about it is, as it got to the end, it was quite unexpected. That I thought we were done, and it was like, wow, what happened? So it was really good. It was
The
really phenomenal. The end was really what did it for me. It was
the
fantastic.
the standout character for me, like, there were two major standout characters in this film. The first one is the medium that they go to help around the table and everything, that Spanish medium for the beginning of the film. And I always liked that opening scene where she tries to save that boy and fails.
Yes.
And the fact she was 60 years or 30 years to deal with the Lamia again and everything. Like that, actress has creeped up in little things over the year. Guillermo del Toro seems to use her a lot, probably because she's Spanish, but she's actually a very good actress. But the real one that stood out, which I wish we had seen more of him and he would do more, is the Rama Jas, the Indian medium who first sets her and helps her and serves as her, like, kind of spiritual guide into this world. And I really wish we had seen more of him, because he is actually he was very good at this film. Dilo Reap, he was really good in this film, and the fact that he hasn't been in much really sucks. Like, he's been in Inception, Mr. Robot, but you don't see him in a lot of stuff outside of India. And I really wish he would do more roles, because he's actually really good at what he does.
Yes, I agreed.
Okay, Bo, they should put Ash in the sequel. Dude, if Ash in the sequel, hail to the king, baby. Seriously, hail to the king. Yeah, and Phil Hauser, this does have some very much yuck factors in it. Like, there's one point where her nose doesn't stop bleeding. There's one, like, it's not like blood, guts, gore, rip it open and evisceration. I'm literally talking about, like, it uses puke, it uses snot, it uses all that stuff, but and all this is because it's PG-13. So there's none of that overt gore. There's gross out factor gore, like maggots getting spewed in, and like snot, and like when the car fight scene, when she loses her teeth and she goes over and tries to gum her to death, which really made me laugh. But this movie is low key underrated. But for me, the standout scene was. That's all right, dude. Halloween's almost over. We're almost past the horror stuff. Next week, we got a great movie. Next month, we have a banger tree of movies for you that we're gonna do. 1 week is 3 flicks. So
Very good.
the standout scene for me was when Christine's finally on her last leg. She needs $10,000 to contact the Spanish medium who fought the Lamia before to help her cure it, and they have a plan. They're going to go with it, and it goes horribly awry. And not just a little
Yes.
bit. I mean, it goes completely off base, so much so that the medium that they hired dies. And Christine is like, well, that's good. She defeated the Lamia. And like Ramajas is like, you really misunderstand. We didn't beat anything here. She banished it from the circle, but it's still coming for you. She didn't defeat it
That's right.
because you didn't complete the rituals. But just it's not the scene. The scene itself it starts off as a seance, and it just the set piece is phenomenal because it takes place in the middle of this room that was literally already used to drag somebody to hell in the beginning of the movie. I don't know if you caught that, Wasp, but
Yes.
the room that
Yes.
they're in is the same one where the kid was dragged into hell, so it turned it into a paranormal nexus point, allowing them to invite the dead in and talk with them. And what's awesome is other like when they're doing the seance, you will see other ghosts show up. And it is, we got a wasp on cam. The lovely
Just for a
wasp
short
herself.
while. Hi.
So he goes through and does all that. She goes through and just the set piece and the costumes on the various ghosts from the different eras are so good. And then it segues into when the Lamia shows up, because it's like it just pans the camera work was so good. And it focuses on the medium and everything. I come for the soul of Christine Brown. And like Lamia, surely you can be persuaded into not taking this girl's soul. And like going through all that stuff. And then the plan is to trap the Lamia in a goat because it can't bounce out of it unless somebody touches the goat. And in the process, they were going to kill the goat, which would thus destroy the Lamia. Well, that didn't happen because the Lamia ducked the machete strike and bit the guy's hand who was trying to kill it. And then the Lamia jumps into that guy, and then all hell breaks loose. He's like doing Fiddler on the roof. If I was a rich man, on the roof of the table, burning stuff, taunting Christine. Earlier in the movie, she sacrificed a cat. She pukes that up. I don't want your cat, you fat bitch. And just
Oh, that was so gross.
it stood out so hard. And like the medium passed out because it was so much, like just so much is going on in this one scene of organized chaos. The best thing I can ever compare it to was raiding in World of Warcraft. It may look like there is nonsense going on, but let me tell you, shit's getting done. And you will like, it is such a standout scene among all the movies we've watched this month. It really is, because it's like the pinnacle of the movie. Like everything was built up to this scene, and even afterwards, like this was like the original end of the movie, like that pinnacle scene. And then it just kind of teeters off because, like, well, we got to finish out the rest of this story anyway.
Yes, it was a good scene. I thought the cinematography was fantastic. It was so unexpected when the evil started jumping from person to person, when he went from the goat and on. Loss of containment, that for me was the ideal. That's the best.
So good.
Showing that yet no control at that point. All was lost at that moment.
No control. Everything
It
was
was good.
screwed up. Okay. Yes, as I am still old school, I use a 45-cent notebook and write down notes when I watch movies. Let's see here. I got some stuff here. One of the best parts about this film is how, outside of the cinematography, is how tight it is. How
Yes.
paced it is. For only an hour and a half, they did not waste anything. They crammed in everything they could into this film. And it tells the story. I don't even think there would be a director's cut of this, because I don't think they had anything they would have needed to cut. Maybe reshoot and retweak things, but I do not think that they would have needed to cut anything.
I would be surprised. I think the cast did a great job. They were very compelling. They did really good. They played the part. They played well against each other and with each other. Again, if I were to choose who was the best for me, was Miss Ganush. I think she was
Oh,
the
she was
ultimate. She did
fantastic.
such a fantastic job in portraying a very revolting, evil gypsy person. That really was. I had a hard time forgetting about her long after the movie was over.
Her name,
Everything
the
she did,
actress's
I
name was
loved it.
Lorna Raver,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
she
her
was in a
makeup
lot of
was
stuff over the
phenomenal.
years. Her makeup as
Absolutely.
Sylvia Ganosh was
Oof,
was
phenomenal.
it was phenomenal. But that's what Raimi does. He never fails to deliver that.
Right.
Oh, what else do we got here? I came to the conclusion that the very beginning of the movie that the boyfriend's parents suck.
Yeah, they were not very good performers. I just didn't like them at all.
The actor who played the dad is actually like really good at what really good low key B or C list actor. You'll see him in a
Mhm,
lot of stuff, but he's not a leading
mhm.
man, and that's fine. I think he knows that, but he still loves what he does and gets a paycheck for it, which is even better because that's kind of what I want to do. I want to write and I want to get published, but I don't want to actually have to, be like mainstream and super popular. Um, the car attack is funny as heck, but really the gumming when she loses her teeth and tries to gum her to death.
Oh,
Oh
that
God. There were
that
points in
was.
this movie where you just feel bad for the actress for what she had to do.
I know it was just so gross. I had forgotten about that. But yes, without the dentures in, and she's just gnawing at the other person. It was just,
Oh, poor
you know,
Christine.
oh gosh, yes, it was from an optical perspective very gross. It was yeah, disturbing, very
Her
disturbing.
boyfriend is actually played by Justin Long, who is actually a far more actor in the late 2000, mid to early 2000s, and he was
Mhm.
in kind of everything. He's like Drag Me to Hell. He was in Idiocracy. He was in Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Great flicks there. Live Free, Die Hard. He was in Tusk. Uh, what else do we got here that I recognize? Galaxy. He was in Galaxy Quest. He's just a low key actor that does a really good job at what he does. Like there's
Yes.
no big. He was in Die Hard. Yeah, he was the hacker guy from Die Hard 4. He always plays the same thing, and I'm pretty sure he's living off residuals at this point. But seriously, good for him. Dewey Cox, Walk Hard. Don't you do those drugs, Dewey Cox? I love that. Zach and Miri make a porno. Uh, he was in so much, and he is just he's good at what he's just funny. He's great. He's from New England. He was.
Yeah,
He
he
was in
did a
early
good job.
Amazon. He does commercial. He just did it all, man. Like he was in all this low key stuff, and you go, I remember that guy. That guy from movies. And you're right, Cole. Die Hard 4. But he is actually a very good actor, and he was really good in this, playing that loving and caring boyfriend who generally does love Christine despite what his parents say. And that was made apparent when she's like, I need $10,000, and she's going through her house and she's finding anything and everything she can sell. Like she
Yes.
went through her thing, and she finally broke down because she didn't get enough off the pawnbroker, and she's got a stack of cash, and she doesn't know how much she's gonna make. And her boyfriend comes in, and she's like, "You really need this?" He was good in Waiting too. I really liked him in Waiting. Um,
Yeah.
but he goes through. She goes through, and she's like, "Well, if you really need this, I paid the $10,000 for it." I gave her the money, and like you could tell, like he didn't care what his parents thought. He loved her,
Right.
and you go through the movie and you find out that the only way you can't break the curse, but you can give it to somebody else. So the person, the Swami guy who helps her puts the button in an envelope and says you have to make this a formal gift to somebody, but if you do, know that they're going to find this person and tear their soul out and drag them to hell for all eternity. And Christine is a very, very good person. But she's at her wit's end. She is broken down. It's the last day of the curse. There's nothing she can do. First, she goes to a diner, and a waitress gets snotty with her and threatens her with it. And I'm like, oh, that would be really mean. You give it to the waitress. But you find out that Stu, the other person vying for the assistant manager job at the bank, is actually a turncoat. She was going to give it to him and be like, I'll get my position, I'll get everything I want, everything would be fine. But she couldn't live with the guilt of it. And Stu was panicked and everything like that. And you find out later that Stu is actually playing a double agent. He's actually working for another bank to put this one out of commissions, or they can come in and buy him out. So he's trying to undermine stuff in the bank, and the assistant manager position will be the perfect spot for that. But she just couldn't do it. So she sits there trying to figure out what to do. And there she sees a picture of the old gypsy lady in the paper, her obituary, because she died. And she's like, I have an idea. And she goes to the Ramaswamy dude and goes, hey, can I give it to her? And he's like, I don't know. Let's find out. So he goes through his books, because that's what mystics do. They read and they study and they do stuff. Well, in theory, you can. The soul never truly dies. You can't give it as a formal gift to them, but it has to be made as a formal gift. You can't, just give it, toss it in there. You have to say, I give this to you and stuff like that. And next thing you know, Christine's booking it down the highway in pouring rain with a shovel. He's like, oh, I'll make it a formal gift. I'll shove it right down that bitch's throat. And Christine digs up the body and wrestles with it because Sylvia doesn't even like her after she's dead. Her corpse attacks her and shoves it down her throat. And everybody's like, yay, curse broken. I'm going to go live my life. Wakes up the next morning, gets a new shirt, gets a new jacket because they ripped off the jacket, a button of the jacket that she had. She threw it out. She's like, start anew. And she stops in a shop, sees this lovely blue dress. It actually looked really good on her. And she's talking with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's like, oh, I forgot. Well, it sucks that you threw out your jacket because our envelopes must have switched in the car, because earlier in the movie he put a coin. He's a coin collector, and he put a coin into an envelope, and their envelopes must have got mixed up. And he takes out the cursed button. At this point, she freaks out, is backing away, falls off the train platform onto the tracks as the train's coming. And then the music kicks up and the ground starts falling out from underneath her. And she literally begins to get dragged to hell. And her boyfriend is watching this whole time. Oh.
It was so good.
You think you really do. Like, there is not a doubt in your mind that everything is in the clear. You don't think, like, Raimi loves his twist endings, but even this one is, nope, she's screwed.
Oh,
Like,
it
no way.
was fantastic.
It was
fantastic.
phenomenal, because the whole time she's like, help me, and as she gets dragged down, you see her face start to char and everything, and the train is rolling over them, and it's so good. And and then it just sees the boyfriend's got a tear going down his cheek when he realizes that she wasn't lying and she wasn't crazy. She was 100% right about everything that was happening. Cut, end movie, with the title card, Drag Me to Hell.
Yes, and there he is with the button in his hands.
He has the button in his hands, and I'm just sitting there like, that is, oh my, like, the first time I saw it, I'm like, holy shit!
What happened? Yeah,
what happened?
She dropped the envelope. It was sitting in his car, and drops the envelope, and I guess all the paperwork goes onto the floorboard. And I guess there might have been two envelopes. One was with the coin that
one was with his Standing Liberty.
That's
autism right here. Standing Liberty quarter, almost perfectly struck. Its attention to detail. that really
Yeah.
gets me. But it is absolutely phenomenal. Like, and the little details throughout the whole movie, like the Lamia tormenting her was
Yes.
like
That was
the hands under the door, the steps up the stairs, and just looking, you see the hoof feet under the door. Um,
yes. And the way she thrashes around the kitchen, hits her head and falls on the ground, or the scene where there's the fly, that flies up her
flies up her
nose and
nose.
down and then comes down and goes in her mouth. It was just creepy, very creepy. They did
The
such a great job with that.
the first scene in the movie when they take the little boy to the medium to what's her name? She has to have a name. She's on here somewhere. I know she is. No, 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 no. Trudy Doll. No. No. No, that's not her. Oh. Where is she? She is not on here. That's weird. Ah, there she is.
Find
This
her.
actress right here. Absolutely fantastic. Has been in a lot of stuff over the years, especially The Strain, one of my personal favorite shows. I'm actually in the middle of a rewatch. But she the beginning of the movie, they bring a little boy who stole a silver necklace from a gypsy caravan. It got cursed. That was his punishment because, fuck around, find out. So they bring him in, and this scene sets the tone for exactly the Lamia will do to you. Like, not even the drag me to hell part. Like, the mom goes over to try to protect her son, and all of a sudden she literally, like, you can't see the force, they can't see what did it, but something literally backhanded her as her head snaps back like this and she falls over. Like, it will smack you around, it will hit you, it will throw you around, but it will torment you for 3 days before it drags you to hell. And it is absolutely fantastic because that
Yeah.
sets the tone for everything that this film has to do.
Yes, it was good. I watched this. I did my review, um, and we watched another movie, The Ring, and I thought it was curious that both of them had a finite number of days of torment. This one had 3, the other one was 7, where
7.
you're going to die. And another commonality in both of them was the flies, the black flies. So I thought that was a little bit eerie, but I guess when you're writing horror movies, there are only so many elements you can use to, convey that feeling of dread and, you know, eeriness. So I guess a black fly works, and they had those number of days in both cases that you
The
were chasing and trying to make ends.
the best practical effects in the scene, like we had a lot of really, really good ones. Like, we had the maggots, we had, the gumming and everything, but the really good one that really kind of stood out was the dinner scene with the cake and the eyeball.
Oh gosh, yes, 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 yes. The way the cake, the pieces would fall off, and you see
Uh-huh.
things moving in the
Yep. And yeah, but
end
no,
of carrot cake. Yeah.
it is the setup, like it's got disgust gore, not visceral gore. It'll if you're not into like even if you're not into the dismemberment thing, if you don't like maggots or like phlegm or anything like that, it's got the scenes in it, but they don't last very long, and they're spread out pretty well. But the movie, the everything, it is very, very good. And for something that's only PG-13 in an hour and a half, and it's a set singular thing, it is 100% worth sitting down and watching. You can find it all over the web. It's on HBO Max. It's on Peacock. It's holiday season. Watch it on Halloween if you got time. It's only an hour and a half. Grab a popcorn, cuddle with your dog. But yeah, this movie was absolutely phenomenally well done. And honestly, we need more stuff like this instead of just a one-off, not connected to anything. Get a butt in the seat.
Absolutely. I thought it was well done. It was great entertainment. Did you want to review the critic list? See what we've got.
Yeah, that's what I'm at next. So, critic list, the be all end all for me of websites for people's opinions. Why? Because there is no shills here. This is all about going on and leaving your thoughts and opinions on movies. And we need more of these. We do have a group, Real Talk, on here, right here. I'm a leader. You can find it. Just look up Real Talk, and me, Wasp, and some other people have joined. You'll find the movies that we're reviewing this week up on here in the next week, and you'll find our linked reviews and everything like that. But what was the budget of Drag Me to Hell? All right, Drag Me to Hell. All right, so Drag Me to Hell opened in 2009 and had a $30 million budget. So right here, $30 million, and it made $90 million. So it made its budget back and a profit because it didn't have a lot. It had Alison Lohman in it. She's a great actress. Happily married, 3 kids, living somewhere out there in the Midwest, which is fantastic. Oh, she's yeah, that's good for her. Justin Long, Lorna Raver, just solid acting, but $131 million budget, and for a Sam Raimi, that's good. Edited by Bob Moskowitz, co-collaborating. They added the Spider-Man. Yeah, okay, so we use a standard editor. Yeah, that's why it feels so good. The editor is the same. Visual effects, Drag Me to Hell created different ways, green screen, puppets, prosthetics, and CGI, which is pretty good, but it was far more green screen and puppets. Oh, thanks, Cole Hauser. But it's far more green screen and puppets and prosthetics than it is. CGI was mostly used for the Lamia and the shadow scenes and everything like that are in there. Like, there's gore, but there is some like really good supernatural level tension build in this film.
Yes,
the shadows
agreed.
moving across the wall, the things you see out of the corner of your eye that look and aren't there, things like that are very well done in this film.
Oh, absolutely. The things that really got me is all the shadows outside of the house that would go behind the curtains, from window. It was just creepy. It would just kind of, invade your sense of security in all aspects. So nothing was going to stop it. That was the dread that you felt watching this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was fantastic.
The gore will kind of make you go, ugh, but this one will definitely send shivers up your spine.
Yes, it messes with your head, definitely.
It really does a good job messing with your head, especially poor Christine, that poor woman.
It did.
There's that crazy gypsy lady. So the car scene, she like comes up behind her in the car, so she uses a stapler and hits her in the head, and that's why there's 2 staples in the woman's head. This is the infamous seance scene that is very, very good. Oh God, this is such a good scene. I love this scene.
It was good.
We got the standard poster. There's Christine digging up the gypsy woman to give her back the coin, to give her the thing. There's another picture of her, like of her shoving it down her throat.
Yep.
Another Christine pic. There's another seance pic. There's the medium that's possessed. That was chilling. Like when the Lamia took over the medium, and like from a supernatural, that was creepy.
Creepy, very creepy.
Very, very creepy. And then, just a whole bunch of posters and stuff like that. But no, let's see here. We got my review. I gave it a 80%. Sam Raimi's horror tale of a cursed woman named Christine Brown trying to break it. It's a great Raimi film and builds tension well. It's really short, it's only 1.5 hours, and uses a lot of practical effects and CGI. For a PG-13 horror film, this pushes the envelope. Worth the watch. It pushes every bit of that PG-13. It doesn't drop an F-bomb, but it didn't need it. It used everything in his arsenal to keep it PG-13 and did a very successful job to do so.
He did. Agreed.
Gonna like my own review because I'm shameless.
It
War
doesn't say you
Machine.
can't.
War Machine. I finished this watching this Drag Me to Hell. It really, I really liked it a lot. The special effects were good. Great story. Sam and Ivan Raimi. The cast is good music and was really a good horror flick. All right, you are getting an upvote.
There
What do we
you
got
go.
here? This guy voted 75%. With spoilers, it's kind of Ike, an old lady barfs in the main woman's mouth a bunch of times. That is 100% accurate. White.
Yes. Yes. Agreed. Boom.
Skeeter
Right on.
Job, 25 days of the 31 Hell. Drag Me to Hell is a gloriously unhinged return to form for Raimi, who learns about gooey kinetic energy of his Evil Dead roots. Of Evil Dead roots, but this isn't just nostalgic splatter. It's a morality play soaked in bile, laughter, and jump scares. Absolutely. Allison Lohman, always a mild-mannered loan officer who, with an effort to impress her boss, denies an old woman's mortgage. This sets off a chain reaction of supernatural events involving gypsy curses, possessed goats, and the world's most disgusting handkerchief. That handkerchief is everywhere in this film. That ugly, horrible, floody handkerchief.
Oh gosh. I mean, I don't know. She did something. She took something out of something. I don't know what she did, but in the bank, and you could hear it just kind of make this crunchy, wet,
Yeah,
like
and it's in the car
disgusting noise.
scene. It's in this scene. It always
It's
signals
everywhere.
her arrival. And oh god, the setup is simple.
It
The
was horrible.
execution is not. Raimi's
Yeah,
direction is gleefully over the top. Camera swoops and lunges. The sound design screeches and gurgles. And 1 minute of you're laughing, the next you're recoiling in disgust, then laughing again at the absurdity of your own reaction. It's a wild ride. Okay, this is just
it's a
getting an
great
upvote
write
right
up.
now. I'm just gonna like this right now before I even finish.
Yeah, it's a good write up. That was a great write up.
The film never takes itself too seriously, but there starts a genuine craft behind the chaos. Raimi plays the audience like a fiddle, delivering jump scares, physical horror with magician's flair. It's also surprisingly tight and well paced, a rare 99-minute horror film that makes every second count. While it lacks a somber weight of the spook season entries, Drag Me to Hell is pure Halloween energy, unpredictably haunted, cursed again, and proud of it at 87%. Tilt my hat
Awesome.
to that. Great review. And we got the lovely Wasps review right here. Let's read more. Fabulously executed supernatural horror film by Raimi about a curse. An evil supernatural power attempts to take the soul of the lead character, Christine, as she tries to outsmart the evil by participating in the rituals. Psychological horror is compelling throughout the movie. There are gross scenes that turn our stomachs and inflate the sense of doom and despair. The eerie look on Mrs. Ganosh's revolting mouth and eyes, dentures and nails get imprinted in your minds for the movie. Wasp goes to bed at night, closes her eyes, and sees Mrs. Ganosh there. Ganosh there.
Ah!
The movie is finished. The fight scene in the car is a dark parking garage. It's absolutely phenomenal and sets the mood for the rest of the movie. Fighting against evil continues. From the point forward, the onslaught of terror on the lead character is nonstop, and we do not get better in between. The plot is great. The pace is just right. Regrettably, the climax leading to the end falls a bit short. Christine cracking open the casket by bare hands, which was a Sam Raimi thing. It's a Raimi. That's a Raimi thing. That's not a normal thing. However,
I
left wishing. Where was it? The great bare hands and her not so convincing performance in the scene left me wishing for a much more dramatic experience. However, should admit that the fantastic surprise ending negated the disappointment delivered in the banger finish. The music and special effects are exceptional. Contramenti. Overall, a great horror movie. Must see. 85% higher than me.
I loved it. I just loved it. I thought it
It's
was
such a fun movie. Like you're gonna want to watch it like once a year during Halloween now.
yeah, it was good. That ending was phenomenal. I did not
Fergusonian,
see that coming.
Turd Ferguson here. Sam Raimi movies or something else, dude. After spending 10 years prior to Spider-Man, Sam Raimi was eager to dip back into his horror roots. Yep. Fergusonian did a good job there. Sir Fergie gets a leg. And this just keeps going. Okay, that's a bad one. You're getting a dislike. You did not leave a solid review. That's a 1%. You get a dislike, buddy. That's right. That's a Benology take. Right there. Judy Coo.
There you go.
All right. But no, overall, it got pretty good. Oh, we got a Bouvian. I did not like this movie. Huh. That's it. I did not like this movie. Yeah, overall, it's got an arcing 70%, except for that one person who left the 1%, didn't say a word. You think with the 1%,
Yeah.
they'd have more to say than just nothing.
One nothing. Yeah, I
One
know.
nothing.
And I think, that it's a great app. I love what people are doing here and, putting their scores. However, we need to make sure that we get comments, just rating, just putting the percent and not saying anything else. It's just not fair.
No.
I don't know. So I don't look at the ones that are just the number and without any explanation or any feedback.
Yeah,
But yeah, overall,
it's fantastic. And here we go, the real talk here. Right here for Critical List, my real talk. This is what the show is called.
Yep, it's great. No, it was a good movie and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, no, Bo and Colehauser are here. So it was funny. I panicked yesterday. I'm sending DMs to Brim, like, Brim, what were we reviewing tomorrow? I can't remember. And then I remembered what he had already done mine. So I was way ahead of schedule and I scared myself. So that's what you get for trying to be overachiever at times. So,
Yep.
Great.
And you are an overachiever, but we adore you anyways.
I don't know about that. It's called the busy work week. Yes. Last week we had a lot of climbing to do. So that took a toll on all kinds of biceps and legs and glutes and everything, but it was good. We had more than 300 feet in climbing cage ladders, so it was fantastic.
That's
Great.
crazy, Wasp.
So,
That's crazy.
Yes, it is, but it's all good. It's all great.
So this week, that is it for Real Talk this week. Drag Me to Hell. I encourage you to at least watch it once to see if you like it, even if it does have a PG-13 quality of gross out factor. Next week, we are watching a movie